Morning, everybody. My boy got the lift all pressure washed. Did an awesome job. So that can get returned all cleaned. Made my space between the oak and the cherry here. Got all the wood that was on the ground cleaned up. Still need to flush cut that. Thinned out some of the branches on these oaks that were heavy on the house side here for future growth. Turned out really nice. Did a lot of thinning. Took out a bunch of branches on this guy here. Lower ones, you can see one of the bigger ones. I think these were already gone on this one when I did the last video, but trimmed a bunch on this cherry here, on that cherry in the background. This pin oak, took a bunch of the dead out of it. Took a couple more pieces on this vertical branch or horizontal branch here that were dead. Took a couple branches off this oak that were damaged in the storm. I can see one I missed in there that was dead. Thinned a couple over here. A couple off that oak right there that were coming over top of these cherries behind the shed here. Yeah, this is why that locust will be coming down soon. That being said, they can live a long time like that and stand. You just never know when they're going to decide to go. See if I can get an angle where the sun don't shine, but I took the big branch off that was up here, came over that way. Got a bunch of the branches, those lower branches off that oak. Cleaned up a few branches on this little oak here. Unfortunately, I broke a couple of them because last minute I changed course of action and decided to take the top out of that cherry. So that way I can just drop it right across the bonfire pit straight into the opening here. Nice straight shot. Clean that cherry over there all up. And this pin oak here, took big old branch off there, but that one was leaning way out in the yard. Cleaned all the branches off these locusts off the lower section. And that thing I'll eventually take out. Same thing with this big cherry here. That's pretty much it over here. I ended up topping the cherry over at the neighbors and cleaning that, see if you can see it, that box elder. It was leaning right up tight to it. It got pushed around it actually. So those, I can take those spars down quite easily now. Clean this elm up a little bit, especially on the other side, because the locust that was split, which is now no more, it was right here. I brought one top down and then pulled the whole tree over into the opening, and then cleaned up this big locust here. Hopefully it won't rain as many leaves down on the yard now. Yeah, there's the stump from the elm, from the locust. Thing looked like it was about 60 years old. Now my neighbor's wife says she wants these two out. Got everything out over their porch. He wanted me to leave that stub there because it's got that little dead branch that comes out right there that he hangs his suet feeder on. Got the cherry branch out from over this birch, so that thing can be free to grow now. Oh, I see a branch up in the tree. Can't have that. That's better. Clean this elm up over here. I would have taken the whole thing out, let this this elm right here, let the maple grow up, but we've got this leaner that the electrical company doesn't want to deal with. It's actually touching the power pole, probably half a foot, pushing it half a foot to the right. So I figure that'll guide it down. It'll trash the one maple, but not the nicer one. Pruned a couple branches out of this maple here. I may still take that one bigger vertical leader you can see right here off from it. Cleaned a couple dead branches off this locust and the maple here. The dead branch had a bunch of garbage in it. Got this big overhanging branch out of this hard leaning white oak. Would have loved to have just taken that out, but a little more work than I was looking into right now. And you can see how much we thinned all this here. This little hackberry right in front here is gonna go bye-bye. But this will all grow right up. It'll be pretty full next summer on the lower portions. And this hackberry here I'm gonna take down. And then we can see that beautiful oak, and it'll get this big branch here hanging over out of here. Basswoods are gonna come down also. See, I hacked some on the hackberry over there, more on this side than on the roadside. Got the walnut deadwooded. Here's our neighbor's feral chickens. Yep, got a bunch of the scrub brush all thinned out. What's up? What's up, guys? Lifted some of these branches out of the elm here that were hanging down pretty low. This is still some storm damage from the neighbors, or on the neighbors from last fall. You can see broken cherry top up there. Got some more, this cluster of black locust that's leaning. Added a good amount of wood. There's that split locust. Split goes from here. It was probably stopped about right there, which if you look at it close, you can see there's some, that opened up fresh when we started getting the wind, but shucks, that thing is cracked almost to the bottom. It looks like it goes right up in behind this dirt here. Yeah, that's got a couple limbs out of that elm right there. dark in here today, but got the straps off the top of the lift. A couple more things hooked up. Shouldn't be long. Be cleaning up the barn this weekend. Or next weekend, excuse me. Next week. For next weekend. You guys have a great day.